After Week 11, just 2 slots remain up for grabs in our playoffs, and 2 teams are no longer in the hunt. The Jokers needed to beat the Gotham Knights in order to keep any chances at the playoffs alive. Going into Monday Night Football, the Jokers were down 15 fantasy points with just quarterback Ben Roethlisberger left to play, but Big Ben only delivered 10 points. The Jokers lose 94-90, eliminating them from the playoffs. The Avengers also needed to win in their matchup with the Frost Giants to avoid elimination. Unfortunately, the Frost Giants put the freeze on those hopes, playing the Packers defense, which all but destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles to the tune of 30 fantasy points. The final score, Frost Giants 106, Avengers 63. The Avengers and Jokers' 9th loss of the season eliminates them from playoff contention. They still have a shot at our consolation bracket, though. The winner of the consolation bracket gets to be first in our snake draft for the next season. 2 teams in the hunt for the playoffs faced off. Spider-Man and S.H.I.E.L.D. both had 5-5 records. After several weeks of dismal play, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s quarterback Cam Newton finally delivered, passing for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was enough to give S.H.I.E.L.D. the win, 78-58. Red Robin and the Sons of Krypton met in a critical matchup for the playoffs. Red Robin's running back Jamal Charles put in a huge day, running for 2 touchdowns and almost 160 yards. The final score 116-66. The loss drops the Suns to a 4-7 record, making their chances for a playoff berth unlikely. Speaking of playoff crucial matchups, the 6th place Scarlet Speedsters needed to win against the incredible Joe Fixit for a chance to move up in the standings. Joe put a major hurt on the Speedsters, though, thanks to rookie wide receiver Mike Evans, who had a huge day against the Carolina Panthers for almost 33 fantasy points. The final 134-79. Having earned their 9th wins for the season, Red Robin and Joe Fixit are a lock for the playoffs. Even if they lose the rest of their regular season matchups, they'll have a shot at going to the championship. This will be Joe Fixit's 3rd trip to the playoffs and Red Robin's 2nd. The 3rd place Frost Giants, who are 8-3, need just one more win to punch their ticket for a trip to the playoffs. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Week 11 win moves them into 4th place, but they are far from a lock for the playoffs. Spider-Man, the Scarlet Speedsters, and the Gotham Knights have 5-6 records and could easily make a run for the playoffs. The Sons of Krypton with a 4-7 record are a long shot for the playoffs, but still technically in the running. With all that in mind, our most critical matchup for Week 12 pits Spider-Man against the Frost Giants. A win would clinch a playoff berth for the Giants. S.H.I.E.L.D. needs a win to keep ahead of the pack, but they'll have to beat the 2nd place Incredible Joe Fixit to do that. The Scarlet Speedsters will be going after a win against the Jokers to keep their chances at the playoffs alive, while the Jokers will be hoping to win a spot in the consolation bracket. The Avengers will also be chasing after a berth in the consolation bracket and hope to spoil the Sons of Krypton's chances at making the playoffs, and the Gotham Knights will need to beat the 1st place Red Robin to keep their hopes of making it into the playoffs alive. Just 3 weeks remain in our regular season. We'll see if the Frost Giants can lock in their playoff berth in Week 12.